She feels the plane's wheels drop, hears the crunch as they hit the ground. Her stomach lurches, but it's not from the landing. This is it, her big adventure. She takes a deep breath, gripping the arms of the narrow seat, and offers a silent greeting to Iceland. Just the sound of it, Iceland, is thrilling, terrifying. Again, she asks herself, what am I doing, leaving my neat, familiar place in London for this strange, cold world? At a time of life when most of her friends are settling into their second half-century, happy and secure in their relationships and jobs, here she is, alone, stepping into the unknown. The man in the seat next to her glances at her whitened knuckles, gives her an encouraging smile. She looks away. Now is not the moment for conversation. As the plane drifts gently into its bay, she squares her shoulders, consciously relaxes her stomach muscles. She chose this. She will see it through. Outside, it's dark. There's not much to see as the passengers wait for the seatbelt sign to give them permission to move, only illuminated patches of concrete, the dark shape of the terminal ahead of them. Again, she feels a jolt of uncertainty. Why didn't she think to arrive in daylight? But maybe there is no flight that arrives in daylight. Another thing she'll have to get used to. The dark. Come on. She didn't mean to speak out loud, but her words echo in her ears, and the man next to her glances at her again. She ignores him. She urges herself to be positive about this. This, right now, is the beginning of her adventure, an opening, like a secret passageway into a different life. She's going to embrace the experience, not fear it. What on earth's got into you, Michelle? Gail's squeal of horror reminded her of her own reaction to what she'd done, or was planning to do. In her heart, she knew what had got into her, though she'd never have admitted it. For a very long time now, longer than anyone knew, something had been eating away at her, slowly burrowing through her, finding its way to her centre. Once there, it had taken control, like some kind of parasite. Or maybe not. Maybe it wasn't a parasite at all. Maybe it was her real self, insisting on being acknowledged at last. She sighed. Gail would never understand. Her best friend, with her lovely house and perfect family, who'd never known rejection in her life, how could she understand? She wasn't even sure she wanted her to. It was one of the many endearing facets of Gail's character. She was an incorrigible optimist, and why wouldn't she be, with a life like hers? Gail was very different from Michelle, but it made her love her even more. Sometimes Michelle wondered if she really did hate herself. She certainly had her moments. Nothing's got into me, really. This is something I want to do. But Iceland! She could picture the horror on Gail's face, her blue eyes wide, her eyebrows disappearing into the perfect blonde fringe, and for once she was glad they were talking on the phone and not in person.